Hello everyone, I am S.A.N and welcome to a brand new video. I am playing the demo of the Secret of Weepstone today, a game that is inspired by classic Dungeons & Dragons and is currently available on Steam as a demo. I'll be playing through it today. I've already played through it once because I really wanted to give it a try, and I'm really excited to show this because I think this might be, and I mean this in all seriousness, the best adaptation I have ever seen of a Dungeons & Dragons video game. Well, basically, adapting Dungeons & Dragons to a video game format. There's some unique contents. It's not that long, so I'm going to be doing it all in one video. I don't know how long it's going to take. I didn't time it last time. So, without further ado, let's get right into the game. So, yeah, new game. Here's the introduction.
Established his seat of power and constructed a stronghold from which to oversee his lands. He called this stronghold Weepstone Key. Many wondered what compelled this mysterious and seemingly unstoppable warrior to end his bloody campaign in this place. But the years were good to Weepstone and its people. Their harvests unfailingly robust, and their industries the envy of neighbors both near and far. However, Ra would not live forever, and upon his death, his lands passed to his eldest son, Byron, and thus began the troubled times. Long past are the seasons of plenty for Weepstone and its people, whose fields now sit barren, the people forsaken by the good fortunes they once took for granted. To the astonishment of many, Byron abandoned Weepstone Key for a modest manor on a hill near the town, and forbade anyone to return to its halls. Now the town barely survives, mostly as an unwelcome stop along a trade route used by merchants too impatient to travel the hospitable roads of the south. Only the trapped or the desperate continue to call this bleak place their home. Our story begins here, on a night of ill omen, as the people of Weepstone have been called to the tavern for reasons unknown.
All good Dungeons & Dragons campaigns start in a tavern, as I said previously.
Good people of Weepstone, I've summoned you here to discuss a matter of grave importance. My brother and your lord, Byron, has fallen ill. He is rarely conscious. His nights are fraught with fevered dreams and terrible nightmares. The healers know not what ails him. In his half-waking state, he mumbles incoherently of Weepstone Key, the castle that our father built, our childhood home. I can only hope that it is there where answers may lie. Are there any among you willing to delve into that forsaken place to find the source of Byron's torment? I will not lie. There is undoubtedly great danger waiting for any who venture there, in the form of both man and beast. While the keep and its contents have been forbidden since our exile, I hereby decree that any brave enough to take on this task may enter, explore, and importantly, keep what they may find within its walls. Who among you will take up this duty? I need 6 volunteers. Please, I would rather not have my hand forced to choose.
Alright, and with that we get to pick our party from all of the highlightable characters here in the foreground. So, not everyone's available, but I'm going to just click on this guy to start with. Ray Wyatt. He's a blacksmith, as you can see. That's his current class, but his future class is dwarf. And for those who are not familiar with the original editions of Dungeons & Dragons, there are only 7 classes. Fighter, magic user, rogue, cleric, and the demi-human classes, elf, dwarf, and halfling. So they're their own class, basically. And Yeah, we wanted a dwarf. A dwarf would be a good choice, so I'm going to start with him. Volunteer.
I said I would stick to plows and horseshoes. I still know how to swing a hammer. I'll go.
Alright, so that's one person. I also want these two, because they're a couple, basically. As you can see, one's a cook, there's a housekeeper, but when they level up, they'll reach magic user and cleric, so having both is good.
I'm always one to lend a hand, but I'll have to see what Della thinks about it.
We know the keep better than most, Egbert. It's only right we try to help.
And apparently they used to live in the keep, so I'm going to take both of them. So I probably am going to need another fighter for the front line. She looks interesting. So she's a zealot, and apparently future class is going to be an elf. Elves are in Old Dungeons & Dragons are kind of like hybrid magic user fighters, so that would probably be good to get.
Beyond me to make this choice. This path has already been chosen for me.
Alright, I want a thief at some point, and there's some halflings over here. Now, as you can see, not everyone's available in the demo. Unfortunately, I think that means... yeah, so he's not available. He's not available. He's not available. She's not available. He's not. Okay. So, there are 6 choices. So that means there are only 6 choices, and they're the same 6 I chose in my first playthrough. That's all. So, this guy who's a village idiot, who's a fighter.
Okay. What's the key?
And this kid, who's an urchin but is a thief. Apparently the only 6 I have. And this is, as you can see, it's based on the old Dungeons & Dragons manuals. So, the modules. So here we go. And I love the artwork style for this. Oh good, they have us in a formation that fits with as you can see, we don't have a lot of hit points. That's normal in older editions, especially considering we're level 0 characters at this point for all intents and purposes. And we're being sealed in. And this is the dungeon. Yeah. It's basically mostly just a point and click game, interactive stuff. Dice are rolled, we'll get to combat, so don't worry about it.
One can only assume the formidable visage of this statue is Ra himself. The left hand holds a small shield, while the right hand holds a lion-headed scepter. The arm seems to be designed to act as a lever, and is already in a down position.
As you can see... Oh, here we go. Pick up. Yeah, so you also can see each of our characters has stats. Personally, I think this guy's intelligence is a little too high for someone whose class is village idiot. So is his wisdom, but... not important. Alright. So.
One can only assume the formidable visage of this statue.
Yeah, so let's search for traps. Who has the highest odds here? 34. Apparently Della has the best search for traps. Alright. First die roll. Yeah, so we need a 40 or under. Yeah, it's a private roll, so we don't get information. Probably no traps.
The scepter snaps into place with a satisfying click.
Yeah, let's have someone with more hit points pull the arm just in case. Yeah. Alright. There's a trap. 97, I failed. Okay, so we only took a point of damage, so that's fine. Small healing potion. There we go. Alright. Now, we can't leave yet, so we have to go right... Oh, and what else will bring up the map? Because as you can see, the map is styled exactly like an old Dungeons & Dragons map. Let's go this way. Actually, let's look down each corridor first, because I can open the doors. It doesn't really help much. I think that's going down, though, and I kind of want to stay on this floor. I like staying on the same floor I'm on until I'm finished exploring. Yeah, I'll bring up the map. Alright. If there notice anything change there, it's because I was just moving my recording software window so I could see all the icons down in that left corner a bit better. Or right corner, sorry, which is where it was. Alright.
Spartan bear actually footprints into this room's use as a barrack of some kind. The ravages of looters at the time have been uncovered, hidden in the shadows. A makeshift structure built from bed frames dominates the rear of the chamber.
Alright, so as you can see, there's multiple rows here. There's actually a third we'll get to later. So characters with, as you can see, our weapons aren't very good, but characters in the back row need ranged weapons or weapons with reach to actually hit things. Alright. Yeah, so a rusty spear. These weapons aren't the best, but they're what we have for the moment. Alright. You're a fighter, so I think this Morning Star is a better weapon than the hammer. And you can have the spear. Nothing in there. Oh. Oh, first combat. Well, the odds are almost even. Combat. Yeah, so we're gonna roll initiative, so who goes first. We roll d6s because that's how it was done back in the day, basically. So we get to go first. Yeah, so there's a front, middle, and back row, 3 rows, which makes me think, based on the positioning, the largest our party can be is 9 characters, which is impressive. Yeah. Yeah, so I want to attack with my mace, and I don't think it really matters, but... and we roll to see 18 plus 1, so... 3 damage, and as you can see, it says near death here. If we can... Alright, let's try and finish them off. 6, that's probably gonna miss. $17, that'll hit. 2 damage. It's enough. Yeah, so reach and ranged weapons. So the kid I gave the sling to. So let's attack the one in the back there. 18 to hit. Okay, so yeah. Ooh, that's actually really good, yeah. Missile weapons don't get strength damage bonuses in this edition, so yeah. Unfortunately, he just has a knife, which means I can't attack. Which means I'll just pass. His wife, on the other hand, came with a sling, so if I'd given him the spear, it would have... They don't have a very high armor class. Alright, 2 goblins dead. That's good. Yeah. As you can see, they'll give us information. This is, again, based on how old monster manuals worked. Huh. They have a penalty with their weapons. Oh. Her armor class isn't very high. Okay, they're only doing 1 point of damage, a 1d4 minus 1. So the odds of them actually doing a significant amount of damage is low. Of course, we only have a single hit die ourselves, so it balances out. Alright, I think we can just double click, yeah, to attack. That's what I was trying to do before. Hit this time, please. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, we're level 0 at this point. However, if this character can... Yeah, arcane potential up for a magic user, they can still cast... Alright, we're going to be given a spell scroll at this point. To... cast... Alright, let's cast Magic Missile. And, yeah. Not really worth it. I'd prefer to save the scroll for something else, because I don't think we're going to get another one. Alright. Pass. And there we go. 1 damage. Well, slings aren't exactly known for... Oh, that's a hit. Oh! Okay. I was wondering how this would compare to my last time. She's already taken a lot more damage than last time, so I'm probably going to need to use the healing potion. 11 hits. These guys, they're not very well armored or evasive. Alright, we have 5 attacks hitting this round, to hit with this round. Yeah, I don't think the goblin's living. There we go. So we got experience and gold counts as experience in this edition, which is nice. Alright, first things first. You need to drink this healing potion. Okay, that fully healed her. Good. As you can see, we also have alignments. There are 3 primary alignments: Law, Neutral, Chaos. Good and Evil wasn't introduced in this edition, so I like some of these old edition rules as well. And there's our experience threshold for leveling up. I think it's the exact same for reaching 2nd level normally, so I don't know how it's going to roll. I never leveled up in the last playthrough I did. I don't think we're going to do it this time either. I don't think there's enough combat or treasure for that. That will come up later. Ooh, a +1 dagger. Alright. Here, you can have this dagger, and I'm going to give him the spear so he can actually attack. As much as I like the idea of giving a magic dagger to the magic user, because it's one of the few weapons they can use. I also don't know how hard a rule that's going to be, because obviously I gave someone who's a magic user a spear, despite the fact magic users can't use spears, even now.
This door is wedged shut by the dam and refuses to open despite your best efforts.
Who has good odds of none of us? Hack it down.
Weapons and inexperience do little.
Should I bring it down? 25% chance? Unlikely to work. Ooh, yep. Alright. Maybe we'll find another way around. Or...
A foul odor pervades this place. A smell so hazy, beyond description. A sitting board runs the length of the far wall with 3 openings. Despite the buzzing of flies, you hear the faintest sound of rushing water that seems to be coming from the farthest hole.
yeah, I don't want to go rummaging around in a toilet.
Your guts roil, your eyes water. Whatever faith you have is tested by the putrid fumes that waft from this unholy wall. Shockingly, the latrine is not only quite full, but its contents are surprisingly fresh.
I guess the goblins have been using it.
Gold is just out of reach, atop
Alright. Well, nothing. I'm gonna back away. I don't feel like rooting around in a toilet, and besides, I've played Fear and Hunger. I know how that can go for you. You can get trapped down there. I didn't do it last time either, but it's just not something I'm going to want to do this time either. Alright. Alright, let's listen at the door. Let's not risk breaking it down. See if we can find another way of opening it. We tend to take damage if it doesn't work out. Oh, this must lead to the courtyard. Alright, we'll have to find some way of opening this portcullis.
This stately but smaller hall seems to have served as a gallery of sorts. Crumbled detritus from carved busts and toppled plinths lie in shambles across the floor. The only remnants that hint at the original grandeur of this place are the large tapestries that still hang on the imposing walls, dominating its space.
Alright, let's take a look at these tapestries. This is similar to the scene from the start.
Before you stands a great room dominating the entire stretch of wall. A man, most likely Ra himself, sits astride his great war horse. He brandishes an outstretched sword at the body of a fallen foe, flanked by his imposing host.
I guess that guy. Alright.
Depicted in the mural that spans the length of this side of the hall is the silhouette of a man standing in front of what looks like a calm pool of water. Though at first it appears to be merely a pool in a cavern, the exacting geometric carvings that decorate the stone walls are of unsettling design.
Alright. I assume that's still Rawl again. Same person. Alright, so this will lead us back over to the eastern side. Yeah, I don't want to go down just yet. So this should connect back up. Yeah. Okay, looks like we have no choice but to go down.
This door is locked and won't budge.
Gonna run into that a lot. Okay, that doesn't sound good. Well, I assume the item we're looking for is a key of some sort, which we don't have. Alright, that should just lead us back up the way we came.
The smith's quarters are Spartan and humble, but must have once been a comfortable respite, free from the forge after a long day's labours.
Alright, this looks important. Ah, key mold. Maybe we can craft a key. Yeah, it's Futhark.
Just can't seem to keep your head straight anymore these days. What? Forged the armor and keep the third time this year. Shut up like this set of fancy daggers. Pretty. See a coffer carrying those.
Yeah, so obviously the demo doesn't go into great detail about this story, but I think there's kind of some sort of possible horror elements going on here. There's lots of talk about nightmares and dark things happening. And this is the forge, obviously.
At the center of this room seems long and dormant, but the smell of coke and coal still permeates every inch. Crates, barrels, and scattered ashes are scant reminders that this was once a beating heart.
Alright. This item. Yeah, okay, so the key mold fits in there. Presumably I have to...
Lighting the forge with your torch. It is indeed lit, but only just.
Alright.
The forge begins heating up as you pump the bellows, but the embers remain quite cold. As more air pumps into the forge, you begin feeling some heat. The forge is as hot as it's going to get. The heat feels good. This cold, forgotten place.
Alright. And we have steel ingots here. Presumably, we can... Well, I mean, I know I did this before. But still, yes. Now, we can melt the steel.
As the ingot begins to melt, the steel slowly passes into the mold. After a few minutes, the newly forged key is just barely cool enough to happen.
Alright, and now we have a key. For one of the doors. Presumably the armory door is what they said, so we'll need to find that. Also, I don't know if you've been noticing, but each of these rooms has numbers, and the numbers, once again, correspond to things that would appear in a module. This is all based on old Dungeons & Dragons modules. Oh!
A filthy, disheveled man holding a knife cowers in the corner while eyeing me cautiously. Makeshift bedding, various personal effects lie in disarray. The smell is pungent.
What are you lot doing here? Well, it's been raining late. I'll creep to get the head dry.
So he's been basically squatting here and living here, which is fine, if you don't mind having to worry about being attacked by goblins. Yeah, why not just stay in town?
A welcoming town as such. On account of my dark
Yeah, we've all got interesting histories.
But I've been exiled here on 20 years now.
No. Yeah, we might want to bring him along.
Sure. I'm creep.
Yeah, safety numbers, and if he's been living here for 20 years, he probably knows the keep well. As you can see, he joins in the back row. And Krieg, yeah, chaos alignment, he's in exile. I presume he's going to become a thief at some point. Well, until I find another ranged weapon, he can't attack anyway, so just give him the knife he has. Don't think there's anything else in here. I wouldn't mind another healing potion. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we can... So we can see we can move. He's got 4 hit points, though, and so let's keep him in the back for the time being. Alright. So, bring up the map. So, there's a door there. This door required a key, I'm pretty sure. This one had the option to use an item on it. So let's go there. Unfortunately, that's also the room we heard all those sounds from coming in, so we're probably in for a fight.
This door is locked.
Let's listen again. Yeah, there's still the soft chittering noises. Oh well. Oh, that's the monster in the module cover.
A large, scuttling creature that seems to have been nibbling on what remains of an axe blade. It rears up in surprise, emitting an eerie, chittering noise.
Yep. So this is basically a rust monster, or a legally distinct rust monster. Roll for initiative. I had to go first again. I can't remember what exactly I rolled last time, but that might be fixed a little bit. Oh. Just attack, that's all we can do at the moment. Well, this could take a while. Yeah, this one's a bit tougher. Ah, but we have a +1 weapon now. Ooh, 6 damage. Max. Alright, so what about you, Starla? Yeah, I'll eventually learn these characters' names. I do want to play this on the channel at some point. I'm not guaranteed to take the exact same party next time, but... yeah. Alright. Miss. Yeah, okay. It's got an armor class above 10. I was going to say this is going relatively well. With 7 party members, we can attack quite a bit. Alright. This is the fight, by the way, I got the scroll in the last game, so it's not exactly the same. You only have a dagger, and unlike in the actual Dungeons & Dragons, you can't throw the dagger. So, it's have to pass for you. Iron Belly, that's what it's called. Results of the first monster you've encountered that gets to attack twice, by the way. Oh! Okay, it corroded. Okay, that Morning Star is gone. Alright, yeah, you can go back to using your hammer. Alright, so switching weapons, yeah, okay. Lots of RPGs use that rule. Miss, yeah. This is not good if you can eat our weapons, though. That didn't happen last time, by the way. But I was pretty sure it could happen because of what this monster is based on. Okay, it's near death. It won't survive too much longer, provided we can all hit it. 14, good. 4. There we go. Hey, second victory. Bear in mind that 90 experience is divided among the party. Well, let's see if there's anything of use. I think these weapons. Alright. Another Morning Star. Shield, yep. Alright. Let's give it to Ray. He's basically our best fighter at this point. Rusty Spear. Give that to Krieg. I actually cannot remember if he can attack from the back with a spear. Maybe enemies in the first row? Oh. Alright. Who needs... they all need armor. Last boost. Alright, yeah, no armor here really behind these shields. So, and obviously let's get the lever. Alright. I think that should open up the portcullis. Which is back this way. Let's go check. Because it's the only thing of that metal scraping on stone really could amount to at this point. I think I'm going back towards the entrance. Yeah, okay. Yeah, trust me, I'll use the map a lot in this game because I love the artwork of this, but it's not the most detailed. It's basically just all black and white stone, dark corners. Oh yeah, that. Where is the... There it is, portcullis is just ahead. So I'll definitely be using the map a lot. Ah, the courtyard is open. Let's go and see what's out here now. Uh-oh. Ah! Kobolds!
From atop the towering walls surrounding the courtyard, a group of screeching kobolds hold the parapets and descend upon you.
Combat! I suspect this is going to be... We're probably going to lose this one because it's a surprise. Oh, we didn't. I did last time, so the rolls are different. I remember getting surprised here last time. So the rolls are random in the demo. That's good to know. 8. When an 8 hits you, you know you're a small fry. Let's get this one. Oh, that's a critical miss. Yeah, nothing. I don't think anything really bad happens on it, but we do definitely miss. Badly hurt after. All right, I want to take out some of these slingers in the back. Okay, you're out of range, but you can attack him. That's a miss. All right, other slinger. Okay, even with a spear, you can't hit anyone. Okay, so I guess back row is for ranged weapons only. Alright, in that case, yeah, that's what you do. Oh, now they get a critical miss. And there's a non-natural one. I swear this ambush was a lot more dangerous the last time it happened, because they did go first. Unnatural 20. Alright. The back row's moved up now, so it shouldn't matter, really. Yeah, I imagine a 5 does miss. Come on. If a 5 hits them, they're the easiest monster in the world. There we go. Oh, he's got a +2 strength. To make up for the fact that he has terrible hit points. There we go. So after a third bout... Oh. Alright. Alright. 3 doors. And we're not being given a prompt for breaking the door down this time, so... Yeah, so that's twice. So, we're being railroaded here. This isn't that uncommon in a demo, though. Well, that looks ominous. There's nothing else here. Big open chamber. Lot darkness except for lanterns. Ominous figure floating there by the looks of it. Holding some sort of mace or staff. What do you call? Yeah. This should scream boss fight to anyone who's played a video game. Yeah, so it is a mace. I don't know. I didn't really... Yeah, he's fallen ill. Yeah, but you look like an evil cleric. Ah, here we go. See, what did I tell you? Boss fight time. Okay, they get to go first. That's not good. Hold person. Yep. Krieg must save versus spells, lost magic staff. 15. DC 15. Failed. Paralyzed for 2 turns. Interesting how they tell us, actually, how much, as long as you're going to be paralyzed for. And yeah, this is the boss fight of the demo. So we're going to be done after this. This, by the way. Okay, hit him. Alright, we need to take out some of these skeletons. So we can get at her, mostly, but just to take out some of these numbers. The minions are always easier to take down than the boss. There we go. $17 to hit. Yeah, the skeletons don't have a lot of hit points. That's good. Oh, we are doing beautifully here. Does 4 damage enough? It is enough. Alright. Time to take on... Yeah, we're going to probably miss her a fair bit. I imagine her armor class is much higher. Natural 20 will do it, though. Oh yeah, crits in this edition are max damage. So 5 damage total. You're paralyzed. And 9 misses. Still, that was a good opening round. Yeah, so she's chaotic aligned. 2 hit dice. And yet she's able to cast Hold Person. Well, enemy characters don't always follow the same rules as player characters. That's a miss. $17 to hit. Alright, she's badly hurt. Ooh, good. 7 damage. Near death. Alright. If all 3 of us hit, we should finish her off. And if not, she's not going to last much longer. And suddenly the dice are rolling in our favor. There we go. Lots of experience for that fight. Yeah, I'm sensing that there's some sort of cult here or something, because he calls for me, she's an evil cleric, obviously. Grand designs, I mean, this sounds like an evil cult inhabiting this place. Alright. And that's the end of the demo. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, it's clearly designed by the 80s that we love so much. 80s RPGs, Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, I'm not sponsored by this or anything, but yeah, if you like this game, consider wishlisting it. I have, definitely. And I'll definitely want to play it on the channel at some point if you really like this, because I love the look of this game. I love the feel of it. I love everything. I'm curious to see how they handle things. Obviously, we only had a basic deal of that. We only had to deal with, found like a couple magic items. We didn't level up, so who knows what's going to happen when we actually do. We didn't rest. Like, how do you rest in this game? I'm curious to find out about that, because you have to rest to heal, to replenish spells when you know spells, and memorize them from spell books, or clerics just get them from their deity. So I'm curious to see how all of that pans out in the actual game, but I love the layout of this, and I love the design of everything. This is a great game. I'm very excited to play it in the future, and I hope you enjoyed me playing the demo. So that'll be everything for now, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and join me here again next time. I have another video coming out soon. It is also a demo for a different game, But I'll be doing that, and I'll probably be giving more demos a try in the future if you guys really want me to, because I like doing these standalone videos, and demos are really fun and an easy way to do that. So hopefully you'll join me here next time, and remember to take a look at The Secret of Weepstone, because it's a beautiful game and I love everything of this, and I can't wait for it to come out. Probably the game I'm most excited about to play next year at this point, which is when it's supposed to be coming out, I think. Goodbye, everyone.